What if I told you that the gender relationships and the dating scene and politics are both broken for the exact same reason? And you're out here watching it on that reason right now. Yeah, not really a surprise on this one. Both of those are broken due to social media. And let me explain how we got here. First, you need to understand how the social media economy works. Content creators are paid based on the amount of views, and the amount of views goes up based on what are called engagements. So if you put a comment on this video, for example, or you give it the old thumbs up, then this will be boosted in the algorithm and it will be sent out to more people on their feeds. Now, as far as the gender thing is concerned, that is broken because the more outrageous the content, the more the creator gets paid and the more interactions that they get, boosting them in the algorithm, resulting in more views, which results in a bigger check for them. As I've said repeatedly on this channel, you always want to follow the money. Now, I haven't gotten paid a dime for any of this yet, and I'm fine with that. I don't do this for money. But most of these women do. And so what happens is that these outrageous videos of women claiming that they need a man who's 6 foot tall, makes six figures, and actually those numbers have gotten worse over time because these women need to continue to up the ante in order to still generate the views. It's kind of like a drug dependency, is the way the algorithm works. You have to get more views and get more outrageous in order to continue to earn the same amount of money from your social media content as you have in the past. So it's like a drug addiction. And so now I believe they have to be like 6'3" and they have to make $500,000 a year. The videos are getting worse and worse and worse. Now, where this gets into breaking the dating scene is content creators like Emily King, who make a lot of money off of this conflict. Jedediah Bila makes a lot of money off of this conflict. They take these videos and post them on their channels and painting all women with that particular brush. Which, of course, as I even know, for those of us who live in the real world, we know that's not true. And then the worst part is that black pill faceless content creators, who are even worse than the other two that I just mentioned, Manhood, Cosmic Verse, The Wall, Sigma Traits. We have no idea who the hell these creators are. And AI generates a lot of their narration, which you like, go figure. And they pick up on these contents and they use it for their channels. And because it's outrageous, they get the views too. They get to piggyback off of the views of these creators. And they get to paint the broad stroke of, hey, modern women are useless, modern women are entitled, modern women are privileged. These types of messages are what is put out there by these black-pilled, faceless channels run by cowards. That's all you can call them, is cowards, because they know that the blowback, if they are discovered for who they really are, let's say they actually have a full-time job, they could very well get fired for posting this content. And simultaneously, they just don't want the accountability, which is the very same thing that they accuse these women of also being. It's a projection that is also a self-admission. They're accusing women of avoiding accountability while they're hiding behind a faceless channel and doing it themselves. The only people who know who these people are is YouTube itself, because somebody has to get paid. Somebody has to get paid for the views. So only YouTube knows who these people are. And they're never going to give up the ghost, because then they lose the content, they lose the advertising revenue, and it's their business model. The business model of social media is to stoke conflict and to get attention by promoting conflict. Now, take this model and transfer it to the political realm. At least in the social media, at least in the relationship realm, there are creators out there who are trying to promote solutions. The problem is there's so few of them because there's not a market for more than one or two of them. You know, you've got dozens of Black Pill Manosphere channels, but there's only one Anna Jorgensen. Your wingman, whose slogan is teaching you how to decode modern women so that you can attract, keep, and keep your keeper. Anna is solutions based. She is one who is honestly out there trying to fix it, and she's made a good following and has a good base of followers and views based on this. The problem is there isn't room for another Anna Jorgensen. The market is so small. She's in a very niche market. There's only room for one Anna Jorgensen. There was a second one for a while. Her name was Courtney Ryan. Now she's basically gone on what amounts to a maternity leave. So obviously she has much more important fish to fry right now than creating relationship content. But she also wanted to coach men on how to be better, wanted to coach women on how to be better. Again, there is no Courtney Ryan out there right now, no other Anna Jorgensen out there right now, because the market is only big enough for those two. If somebody else tried to build that type of content, it would dilute everything for both. And nobody makes any money on that, including YouTube itself. Now, I'm going to parallel this to the political realm. The political realm is worse. There's not even an Anna Jorgensen or a Courtney Ryan out there because there's not a market for any of that. Conflict is rampant on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all social media platforms, because it gets the views and it gets the money. If I went out there tomorrow, I'm a political centrist, by the way. I hold the most difficult position in politics right now to hold, and that's of the centrist moderate. It's impossible without getting viciously attacked by both sides. I would expand that by saying I'm a little bit more libertarian than anything else. So I think Trump is doing great things, and I think he's also doing crappy things, terrible things. I think Biden did some decent things when he could remember it, but he also did some horrific things like using the auto pen. But there is no room for an Anna Jorgensen or a Courtney Ryan because nobody would watch. And so, what kind of viewers do these channels get, which are entirely politically slanted, one way or the other? Mostly it's their own kind. It would be what has been often referred to as the echo chamber effect. But these are they can be so aggressive that they also get viewers on the other side who just want to see what outrageous things are being promoted by the other side. And they can use clips and they can post them on their own channels and say, hey, look, the other side is Satan incarnate. And so they rack up the views and they get rich. These podcasters and social media content creators on the political realm can be very wealthy. Benny Johnson, as I understand it, on the conservative side, is extraordinarily wealthy. And then you got David Pakman on the left side. Same thing. So these people stoke passions and outrage, conflict. Conflict is the backbone and the heart of the social media economy. by producing videos like this, I don't share any. I've not shared in a cent or a penny of it. But I believe it needs to be said, which is why I kind of taken the time out of the historical, geopolitical realm just for today, and taken some time and shared this with you. I'll probably be back later tonight with another geopolitical realm, historical episode. So yes, what if I told you that what's wrong with politics and in dating and gender relationships is the same thing, and you're watching on it right now? Social media is killing both fronts, and all doing it for $1 or $1 million. Anyhow, that's it for today. I don't have much else to say that I haven't already said. So we'll see you later on. Enjoy your Thursday, Friday Junior, as I like to call here. And we'll talk to you soon. Peace out, homies.